Nunca tenha medo, tchiquindinha, tchiquindim, do seu inimigo, tchiquindinha, tchiquindim, quando não é você que começa a brigar. Também nunca ande de cabeça baixa e bem danado, pois nem tudo que cai do céu é sagrado. Pois nem tudo que cai do céu é sagrado. Mar é que enche vaza, deixa a praia descoberta. Uma onda vai, outra onda vem. Não fique triste, que seu amor pode vir também. Não fique triste, que seu amor pode vir também. Aí então você vai me dizer se eu tenho razão, sim ou não. Pois é por experiência própria que eu perdoei o meu coração. Infeliz no jogo, feliz no amor, saúde e felicidade, pra dar e vender. E se a reza é forte, você vai ver que amanhã um lindo dia vai nascer. Que amanhã um lindo dia vai nascer.
Good afternoon, you rays of sunshine. You guys need to see this. So, we're currently just off the coast of Madagascar, and the sun is doing what she does ever so gloriously, beaming into the business class cabin for some end of day glory over here. So I couldn't think of a better way to start this video. This is just pure coincidence. Guys, God is the greatest. Just look at that. Wow. You join us at the very beginning of an international media trip. I don't know if you guys recall, but I believe it was 2 videos ago. I'll add a card so you guys can go check it out. I was living with a Leapmotor C10. It was a very digital experience. The car felt like tech on wheels, and I went on a huge rant about how I believe that that's not the worst thing to ever happen. Please do me a favor and go check it out to build some context, and then you can come back to this video. I promise there's no rush. There's no rush. There's more than enough time to watch everything. So at the moment, I'm currently on a Singapore Airlines flight, and we're flying business class because Leapmotor South Africa have invited me to Beijing. This year, the Beijing Autoshow is happening, and it is the single biggest automotive event of any calendar year. Every manufacturer who is worth their weight in salt comes up and they show out because China is such a huge market, guys. I know when we look at Chinese cars, we think, oh, you know, get it easy, but you go that side, bro. China is massive. They are such a huge market that they quite literally dictate what your next car is going to look like, what technology it's going to have, how pricey it's going to be. It is a market that, you know, you simply can't compete with, right? That's why the Beijing Auto Show is such a big deal. And Leapmotor are now trying to find their feet in the South African market. So they've invited 2 creators, myself and Shane Assad, to come and basically speak about our experience in China. We're going to visit the Leapmotor factory. We are going to test drive the new Leapmotor B10 that is coming into South Africa. And because Leapmotor is under the Stellantis umbrella with Peugeot and Jeep and Alfa Romeo and a bunch of other companies, I have the exclusive opportunity to interview the Peugeot CEO. Guys, when I tell you I can't believe half of the things that I get to do, I really wish you would believe me, because what do you mean this is the stuff that we get up to, right? God is truly the greatest, folks. And if there's anything you must take from this page is that, you know, if you just put your faith into something and you work your butt off, things tend to work out. I have no idea how long we'll be on this run for. I quite literally just got back from Germany a month ago on today, and now I'm leaving for Beijing. So while we're in China, we're going to be staying in Beijing. We're going to be in Shanghai as well. Like I said, we're going to visit the factory. We're going to test drive some new vehicles. And then we're going to also do the Beijing Auto Show. So it's going to be a jam-packed week for me in China. But I couldn't be more grateful for anything. I mean, you saw that sunset that ushered us into the beginning of this video. How glorious was that? And we've just hit 5,000 subscribers. Thank you to each and every single one of you guys who, listen, you have more than enough creators on the internet. So for you to go, this Step's a guy, I want to see more of what he does, that means the world to me. I'm honestly the most grateful man in the world, especially in situations like this. And if you made it to the very end of my last video, you know exactly what I'm about to tell you. Congratulations, obviously you had insider information, but as part of this trip I needed to get an article out. The only problem is I don't own a publication. And in God's most glorious efforts so far, no, that would be an injustice to everything he's done so far. In another one of God's show-offs, I managed to get TopGear magazine South Africa to agree to commission me on this trip, meaning that upon my return to South Africa, I will need to produce an article that will be published in TopGear magazine in an upcoming issue. I can't believe any of this stuff, folks. I can't believe any of this stuff. And this is why I need to document it, so that when I'm old and I'm grey, and wherever life decides to take me, I don't know where that's going to be, whether it's up, down, left, or right, I don't know. I'm going to be able to look back and say, I'm China, whether I'm talking to my kids or my nephews or my nieces, I'm going to say, look at what God once did in my life, bro. So at the end of, by the time this video goes live, I would have submitted a draft to TopGear, and then within a few short weeks after that, it'll go to print, and I will be a published author inside the TopGear magazine. 17-year-old Tibbs wouldn't believe any of the stuff that's happening right now. It's so ridiculous, bro. But yes, I've packed my bags, needless to say, considering the fact that I'm on this flight, and we are currently on our way to Singapore. I think we have a good 6 hours left in the air, and we're going to get to Singapore at like 5 in the morning with a very brief layover, and then we get on another flight and we go from Singapore to Beijing, and that then kickstarts our Chinese journey. I've just had my starters, I've just had my mains, and I've just had my beveragino. Oh, and if you watched the very first video that I ever posted on this YouTube channel, you will know the significance of Oye Siri, why do you mean in his squares? If you don't know what that means, please go watch the Thailand vlog. That's the first video that I put up on here, and the guys that get it. The guys that don't get it need to watch it so that you can, also get the lingo. We're flying Singapore Airlines, hence us stopping in Singapore. Last time we flew Turkish Airlines, and we stopped in Turkey when we went on the Germany trip with Mercedes. And I remember telling you guys that Turkish Airlines is significantly nicer than Air China. And I think Singapore Airlines is up to scratch or up to par with Turkish Airlines, if not slightly better. They're very nice people, aren't they? The Singaporean air hostess was more than happy to keep filling up my cup. But the cabin space is really nice. It's super spacious. The use of materials is awesome. The selection of entertainment options, I think, is slightly smaller than what was on the Turkish Airlines flight, but it's not bad in any way, shape, or form. Service is great. I think so far the experience has been absolutely phenomenal. I suppose then the only thing I can give you now, since I've given you an 8-minute intro, is to give you guys a little bit of B-roll. Just enjoy this little stuff, and then you'll catch us in Singapore on our way to Beijing. And to those who have subscribed, I appreciate you so much. Thanks for tuning in, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And let me know what you think as you keep watching it. You don't have to leave one comment, just speak throughout the video, and then we'll just have a chat in the comment section. Totsinsala. I need a Shane. So this is Shane's first time on a train. I know. Would you like to make us? When did you guys go to Thailand? Ni hao, partner. We have officially made it to Beijing, China, and I believe the first thing that we have to do is get an arrival card. So the experience here is quite digital. You have this machine where you put your passport, you fill in some information about who you are and what the heck you're doing in the People's Republic of China. So let's get that sorted quick. So South Africans have trauma, hey? Notice how everyone's bag is normal, and then me, the Safa, I come with this checkers plastic on mine. Makes it easy to spot though. I think that's probably the shortest amount of time I've ever waited for a bag in my life. Thank you. Cheers, Jack. Alright folks, we are now headed to the hotel room. We're staying at the Intercontinental, and it seems that Leapmotor did not spare an expense. I am in room 2005 and I'll tap here, and you and I are about to experience together. Oh my word. Oh my word, bro. This is ridiculous. Mate, I'm on the 20th floor of the Intercontinental. My word.
Tomorrow, boss.
Right, good morning. I had such a rude awakening today because, quite frankly, I needed one. I missed my alarm. Needless to say why. I think 16 hours of travel will do that to your body, but it's currently 7 o'clock in the morning. And the bus leaving here, going to the Beijing Autoshow, is leaving at 7:30. The good news is I've showered. Eh? Come on, because you must recognize your progress. Last night was really amazing, man. We had dinner in a 300-year-old castle, which is really glorious. It's from the Qing dynasty, and parts of it were refurbished in order to maintain the standard that tourists would expect from visiting a place like that, but it has lots of cultural and historical significance. I believe the temple itself, rather, not castle, belonged to the brother of the emperor at the time. He had koi fish, he had a beautiful garden, he had all this nice architecture around. I'm just like, I need to be rich in this life, folks. China does have a bit of a smog thing, like visibility is quite low, but I think that's just because of the population. I think there's more than 20 million people in this one city, and they're the electric vehicle capital of the world. And if I'm not mistaken, they're also the billionaire capital of the world, +1 considering the fact that I'm in the country. Amen, Bazalan. But we're set to have a glorious day. If there's one thing I appreciate, man, about travel, it's the people that you get to meet. I actually met someone who works at the same company that I work for, just in a different division. And while she and I were talking in the airport coming here, turns out she had lung cancer, and she was pretty sure she was going to kick the bucket, and thankfully she didn't. And since then she went and got herself a passport, and she's been traveling ever since. Her passport is pretty much full. She does a trip every 2 or 3 months or so. And if there's one thing that I took from that, it's, folks, it doesn't matter what your life looks like. If at any point or any moment you wake up and you think to yourself, I've been living life incorrectly. If at any point you wake up and you say, not like this, you know you can wake up and just change direction. You don't need anyone's permission, anyone's approval. It's a decision you make internally and one you have to commit to. In her case, it took a near-death experience to set her priorities straight. And I don't think you need to die in order to realize what works for you and what doesn't. Although that is a great catalyst, it's up to you to say, this one works, this one doesn't. And it doesn't matter what you were doing before that. Don't let society tell you what you can and can't do. Because society is full of nonsense, and they build these blocks to put people in because it makes, I don't know, it makes for a better social norm to have everyone in buckets. Like if you wake up and you are in bucket A and you'd like to be in bucket B, don't wait for society to pick you out of bucket A to put you in bucket B. I hope that makes sense. You decide. This is yours. Because what good is the opinion of a man who doesn't pay your bills? Who doesn't feed you, who doesn't clothe you, or any of that stuff. No, man. Just this is your life, and you can live it. In any case, let's go have brekkie and have a beautiful day. This is a bag.
You're gonna look like a fisherman.
That turns into a vest. Hold on, Twin. That's actually really nice.
Dude, this looks like a crop top.
Oh, wait, so this is it?
Look!
Bag form.
You see?
Wait, how do I turn it into a vest?
This way.
Oh, you just open it up sideways.
Hold on.
Laka.
I got you,
The
brother.
vest. Ah, and then it goes this way. Hold on. It's like we're going fishing. What? Luna, I am swagged out.
It's not my idea, it's his idea.
Is this your idea?
Grant works for Stellantis Leapmotor
Okay.
International, but he's based in China.
Yeah.
So he's the one who makes things happen for us.
Yeah, Grant is the main man, is what I'm
If you like
hearing.
everything, it's him. If you don't like
Nice
some
one,
things,
Grant.
it's me.
I'm wearing this on date nights, bro. I'm telling you. Date nights. She don't know what's
You
coming,
know how
bro.
much stuff you can put here? Your ring,
Exactly.
flowers, all kinds of stuff.
Because you know, my wife,
Fishing, hunting.
that's what I was saying. No, because you know my wife carries the smallest bag you've ever seen in your life. So all her lip gloss, everything was gonna fit in
Take
here.
everything.
I'm telling you.
Jeans pocket.
Nah, even the jeans don't have pockets. I'm so shocked. I don't know.
I love South African vibe. I'm gonna right now to the South African team. No South Africa, no party, guys.
Yeah. So there's an announcement happening in Chinese, and it happens at a frequent basis. And if you're really South African, you can hear the house beats.
I love house music. It's my favorite.
And then it just keeps going like that. So we've made it to the Leapmotor stand, and there's a bunch of really, really cool cars here. I'll show you the B10 that's coming to South Africa. But I want you guys to see this A10 on some really sick steelies, my bro. Huh? How nice is this?
Collaboration never asked for McDonald's.
Oh my word. Okay, that's different. That's really different. But I dig this. I would buy this without a clue of what the interior looks like or anything like that. I love quirky cars, dude. This is really neat. It's also got a roof rack over there so you can put some stuff. And I'm a huge fan of the colorway that we've got here. And the guy in front of me just showed that the front seats can fold completely flat. This is something I've never seen before. Folks, we are living in unprecedented times. But if I move over this side and I try to get around this gentle fellow over here to show you what the interior looks like, you'll notice that it looks very much like the C10 that I had on test not too long ago. It's just got a smaller screen, but this is relatively the same, just slightly smaller. It's got the same concept with the open bin over there and the Leapmotor steering wheel. This is called the A10, and it's a shame we're not getting it in South Africa because I would 100% get myself one of these. What do you guys think of this? This is different, right? It's got pop-outy door handles, and this one is a whole lot like the C10 that I had on test. But you can see like the similarities between the two interiors, right? It's like pretty much the same thing with nuances here and there. Manufacturers do this because it allows them to streamline operations when they don't have to keep creating something new all the time, right? They can create basically a template that they can reuse. Excuse me, gents. But I want to go pop my bag upstairs, maybe get a cup of coffee. Thank you so much.
And
Mate,
CEO
things
of
are happening
Car Asia
everywhere. I feel like this is the kind of thing where you have to dedicate at least 2 days to, because otherwise you're gonna feel rushed. But we just saw the new Lafa 5 Ultra. If you don't really care about electric vehicles, it's not gonna be much of a big deal to you, but it's worth noting that they are going after the Tesla Model 3, some of the BYD seals, I believe it's the Sea Lion 5 if I'm not mistaken. But this is a compact electric SUV that can do 0 to 100 in about the same time that a VW Golf GTI can do it in, right? It's got 180 kilowatts. It's a very interesting vehicle. It's not coming to South Africa, but I'll show you it nonetheless because it's a very sporty car. But now we're going to go to Peugeot because Peugeot are under the same group of companies that Leapmotor is in. Like I mentioned, it's called Stellantis, and they're going to be showcasing some products as well. that need to be covered ahead of the interview that I'm going to be doing. But I've got a cup of coffee and I think we're going to be fine. You guys will let me know how the interview goes in the comment section. I might just put the whole thing in here, who knows, right? Cool, we'll start in a moment. While you were in South Africa, did you learn any Zulu? Can I teach you Zulu? Right?
Yeah.
So when you meet someone from South Africa, you say sawubona,
Sawubona.
which means it directly translates to I see you,
Okay.
but also it means hello.
Okay, very good. Very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Top Gear. Good day, my name is Debogo Moropa and you join us today at the Beijing Autoshow, where sitting across me, I have the man, the myth, the legend, the CEO of Peugeot, Mr. Alan Fave. Sawubona.
Sawubona.
How-
The shooting.
That's okay, well, we planned that. That was very much part of the interview. And I suppose if I was a customer looking to buy a vehicle, what would your argument be for me spending my money on a Peugeot instead of a Chinese electric vehicle?
Well, I would really say that, again, there is nothing wrong about the Chinese electric technology, also what they call this intelligent mobility, you know, the fact that you have cars that are with a lot of assistance to your driving. I think that is absolutely fine and on top of what you can get in the world. What they might lack is this bit of flair, this bit of different design. So both the way the car looks and the way the car feels inside when you sit in it is, I think, with a Peugeot, a different experience.
I think it's safe to say that that went well, right? Frick, bruh, please tell me if it didn't go well. I was a little bit nervous. Because I mean, how often do you get to sit across like the CEO of a global brand? Like, what the heck, bro? What's even happening? But I think I did good. Right? I'm overthinking it. The aim of this channel is not to chase perfection, but to rather prioritize progress. And if I don't recognize the progress in the moment, I'll lose it in my chase for perfection. So with that said, that interview went well because it happened and it didn't fail. And I'm sure someone out there has gained some valuable insights out of it. And I'll give it to Top Gear afterwards. And yeah, if they like it, then awesome. If not, I've learned something, because it doesn't have to be perfect. That's why we started this YouTube channel, folks. But all good. We're about to wrap up some of the formalities of why we came here. I just need to show you this Leapmotor B10 that's coming to South Africa, and then we're going to do a run around of all the exciting models that are at the Beijing Auto. Tranquilo, tranquilo. Hey, look at this. This is the Leapmotor B10, which is coming to South Africa very soon. It is smaller than the C10, which I had on test not too long ago. If the C10 were a BMW X5, then the B10 is a BMW X1. It's an electric vehicle in China, but in South Africa, it will be sold as a range extending EV. And for the most part, the mechanics remain the same. You still get the pop-out door handle over here. And one thing Leapmotor do very well is the leather. I hope it translates well on camera. But this is purple, and this is also purple. This is usually black trim. And then you get this very soft vegan leather over here, which is purple. The seats are ventilated and cooled, and they come with this airplane style cushion on your headrest for some additional comfort. Check out the two-tone steering wheel. I dig this very much. Purple against white with white contrast stitching. Let's hope the camera can pick that up over there. It's a very nice touch from them. And much like the C10 that I had on test not too long ago, there are actually no physical buttons in this car. The main contact point is this infotainment screen over here. And then from here, you control car functionality. Obviously, yours is going to be in English and not Chinese. But you can also cycle through the different battery range extending modes, or whether you want to get more energy out of the petrol engine. This one has cup holders that pop out from the front section over here, and then you get a floating storage space, a wireless charging pad, and if I remember correctly, a very, very big storage bin. with the added advantage of this airplane style folding table that comes from the dashboard. I think this is a very nice brand, folks, and I'm not just saying this because they flew me out. If you don't believe me, go watch the other video that I shot, but we'll speak about it more in just a bit. We have to go do a round table upstairs and I'll tell you all about the Leapmotor B10. Before I go away, does the rear end of this car look familiar to you? I don't know, it's giving Porsche, hey? Especially from this angle over here. If you told me this was a Cayenne, I would have believed you immediately. But we just wrapped up a press briefing with the Leapmotor team, and it looks like this car is going to be priced between 650 and 700,000 rand. That's my projection. But time will tell. Time will ultimately tell. Let's go check out some other cars. And folks, forgive me, I don't have much of a voice left, hey? Like it's a bit shy. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but BMW have changed their design language recently. Tell me what you guys think of this. You guys complain about the big grills, so they said, okay, fine, we're gonna get rid of them entirely. And they are now following this design language called Nuwe Klasse, which is very bold up front, lots of angles, with a relatively smooth side profile. And one thing you should know about Nuwe Klasse cars, or Nuwe Klasse cars rather, is that the tail lights extend very deeply towards the center of the rear. And this is the new BMW iX3, which is coming at the end of this year. So keep an eye out for that. Over and above that, they've also changed the infotainment system over here. Sheshe, where you find the steering wheel that is somewhat floating. They also redid their infotainment screen, which is now slanted ever so slightly, so it like leans to the left a bit. But then it's got the classic BMW experience, which you would expect from their cars. And then over and above that, it comes with a panoramic screen where your windscreen will be. So some information is additionally laid over there. I need to take it easy as to not burn my voice out, but so far so cool. I want to see if the new BMW 7 Series is here. You guys really are just coming with me. Hey, if you guys are still watching, I appreciate you, because this is a long ass vlog. I think what I really love about BMW is that in a world of crazy emissions regulations and structure put in place to make it difficult for them to do what they do best, they are still very much committed to making some of the most jaw-dropping cars, man. This is the J87 BMW M2 CS, and the M2 CS is quite literally the craziest and wildest M2 that you can buy, and you can easily spot a CS by its really big ducktail spoiler over there. I'm gonna pan over to the side to give you guys some context as to just how massive that is. It has a carbon diffuser, quad tail pipes, as you would expect, with red M2 CS badging. They also still make a touring M3. This generation was the first time they made a touring M3 ever. And what's really awesome about this one is that it has carbon buckets, brother. It's absolutely ridiculous. Shout out to BMW, man. Shout out to them for still making cars for the petrol heads. I see here there's also a G90 BMW M5, and this one is the big one. So you can see there's a crystal that runs across the entirety of the side, the dashboard as well. The first time I saw this was in a BMW 7 Series, and it's cool to see the technology has trickled down a bit. And if I rotate here, you'll notice this massive carbon fiber diffuser. I don't know how I feel about this. I really don't know how I feel about it, but it's a cool car nonetheless. Probably one of the most comfortable ways to do the school run while making the kids nauseous. Also, have a look at what's behind me. This, ladies and gents, is the all-new BMW i7. How do we feel about the design language? This is part of the Nuwe Klasse design that I told you about, that X3 that I showed you had it. But as far as I'm concerned, I think it's quite nice. You do get illuminated grills slightly smaller LED lights over there. But overall, the front end is a bit bolder and the side profile is a bit smoother. It still stands tall. The BMW 7 Series has always been massive, but this i7 is no exception to the rule. I quite like the illuminated grille, but it's a very intimidating thing, isn't it? I dig it nonetheless. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, this is it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Hey, my enemies have risen against me. But the devil is a liar. Because I don't even know what to say, bro. So I don't have a voice anymore. Ask me how, and I couldn't tell you. We didn't go grooving. I haven't been drinking. I feel perfectly fine. Like I'm not sick or anything like that. But my voice, suspicious. Very suspicious. Luckily, I've already completed the interview. So that's fine. This doesn't affect the article that I'm going to put together, so that's fine. But what about us? What about what you and I have got going on here? So, it's about to get ASMR up in here. Because I don't know how else this YouTube video is going to keep going. But I appreciate the fact that when I started this channel, I started it with the sole intention of proving that chasing perfection is a frivolous exercise. It is far more beneficial to rather prioritize progress. And in the name of progress and not perfection, we're gonna pivot. We're gonna pivot, my friends. This is now an ASMR YouTube video. I don't know how, but it's gonna happen. And to those of you who are gonna make it to the end, you're gonna look back and you're gonna say, Dibza, thank you for pivoting. Hey, champion, because in this life, shit happens. Today, we are going to Shanghai, right? And then we see what we can do, bro. Like, I'm also just figuring this out right now. Yeah, let's go, jam. Don't mind that. All of that. And that's, don't worry about that. It's a bit warm out, so I might take this off. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna show you. Oh no, it's not. It's just hot in the hotel room. It's actually quite chilly out. It's 19 degrees. But it's also humid. So, these are the sounds of the day, I guess. Wherever I really need to speak, I will. But don't expect chat. Oh, I might be here. Hold on. morning, you rays of sunshine. In a way, my voice is sort of kind of back. I'm not entirely sure what happened yesterday, bro, but I think my body was just starting to give in a little bit. But everything works out for a reason, and we don't question things too much. We don't dwell in that. What I do want to show you, right, is this. Ladies and gents, welcome to Shanghai. We'll work on the music or something like that. At the current moment, we are staying at the Waldorf Astoria. Just need to make sure I didn't leave anything that's going to expose my secrets. Yeah, okay, nothing. My biggest fear is that one day you guys see my underwear just hanging around. Yo, but wait, I'll have to deactivate this account. And today is our last work day here in China. We're about to head out to go do a factory tour. And then afterwards, we are going to test drive. And I believe I'm one of 2 South Africans in the whole entire world who is about to test drive the recently revealed Lafa 5, as well as the Leapmotor B10, which is coming to South Africa very, very soon. It's, I think, 6:30 in the morning. We're leaving at 7, and I just wanted to go get breakfast. But before I do that, I just wanted to give you guys a quick overview of the room. I've got my little office center over here. There's a term me and my friends use colloquially for a chair that watches over the bed. It's not a very nice one, so I'm not going to put it on here, but you can put 1 + 1 together. And it's really nice compared to the hotel that we were in Beijing. I think this one gives old money Succession intro music. And I do want to show you guys the walkway here leading up to the bathroom, which is also super, super nice. I mean, just look at this. It's got some marble on the floor as well. Everything is a bit, I don't know what the style of this design is, but it's quite nice. So I've just been drinking lots of teas, taking it easy, not speaking too much, and that seems to be working for me. And yesterday we did some exploration around Shanghai. The city feels like the TikTok app. I don't know how to explain it. It's just so... Everything is just there. I was slightly overwhelmed. But what a privilege it is to be overwhelmed in Shanghai. Do you get what I'm saying? It was just so interesting to see how everything is just built to give you sensory stimulation. But I suppose there's a target market for it. We came here on a train that did 350 kilometers per hour. When I catch the ANC for what these people have robbed us of, breaks my heart, bro. But yeah, it took us 4 hours to go from Beijing to Shanghai. They had Starbucks on the train. You can order Starbucks. They've got fresh food, fresh fruits. Someone came to clean the aisle every 30 minutes to an hour. It's the coolest thing ever, guys. China's advanced. These people are moving up in the world. Anyways, let's have a beautiful day, folks. Brother, tell me, what's your name? Ty. So we're in a Leapmotor A10 with Ty, right? Yeah. And he's currently driving us from the battery factory. Hectic. This guy's not even wearing a helmet and he's just hooting at everyone. And we're currently in a convoy of Leapmotors. And he just said something very interesting. He asked me if I've eaten scorpions, to which I've said no. But he says the scorpions taste like nuts. Do they really?
Yeah.
Like nuts? I don't know, man. I'm not too sure about that. It does sound nuts that the scorpions taste like nuts. I'll give you that. But this is one of the cutest cars I've ever seen. Have a look at this. The airbag sign is a cute little figure who's holding a balloon. But the rest of the interior, like I showed you at the auto show, is very similar to the C10 that I had on test. You get a massive infotainment screen. I believe this is 14.6 inches, and then a much smaller one behind him over there. But the rest of it is relatively similar. These cars drive very comfortably, I'll give them that. They're easy, they're quiet, and I think that's just because they're electric, so you do get the added benefit of silence. But in a country like China, they're ready for electric cars. The infrastructure there is, the infrastructure here is set for it, unlike us back home in South Africa, so it is a bit tricky. But when you go through the navigation, to get from point A to point B. It gives you an overlay of where your turn is going to be with the street name and everything, which I think is really, really neat. And once you start indicating, it gives you a display of your corner that you're going to be taking, which also makes it very easy to get around. But it's quite tech rich, and I mean, he's also got a view of all the cars that are near the car as well, because this car has been fitted with full self-driving technology, which you are about to see now. So, but your hands, must they be on the steering wheel? Oh, you can let go. Interesting. Can you remove your hands altogether, or must you put a little bit?
A little bit time.
Oh, a little bit.
Maybe 10 seconds.
Okay.
12 seconds.
Oh, okay. So it's just like the one we have at home.
Yeah.
I see. Rivet. Right, folks, we have arrived at the proving grounds. This is a private testing facility where we will be given a chance to drive these cars. And this is probably, I say this every episode, but this is probably one of the coolest things I've gotten to do. We have private access to this place, and I've also seen some cars that are not yet ready for production. So I'll try to see if I can sneak in a video of those, and then I'll keep you guys posted.
Second session, and then we have it the fourth session.
Okay.
Okay?
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then if you guys need more time, I can see if by any chance we can switch over to any.
I don't mean to alarm any of you, but at the current moment, I think my enemies have risen against me. Luckily for me though, I am in the new Leapmotor Alpha 5. This car was quite literally launched yesterday. And the reason why I say my enemies have risen against me is because 10 minutes ago I launched my drone into the sky. Ask me where it is now. It's on the side of a mountain that's got some restricted access, meaning I'll never see that thing again. But I am quite literally the first South African ever to drive this car. So I suppose it's not the worst day ever. What I find weird is I'm on the wrong side of the vehicle. I'm currently on the left, right? So these guys have a private testing facility that we've been given access to see exactly what these cars are capable of. It's got a highway that you can merge onto. It has off-ramps, it has fake toll booths, stop signs, the entire works. And this Alpha 5, if I'm not mistaken, has 180 kilowatts, as well as the ability to do 0 to 100 in 5.9 seconds. Stop. Okay? Stop. Okay, I gotta wait for him. Sure. In any case, the driving experience is very similar to other Leapmotors that I've been in, right? You get this fake leather everywhere. This one is slightly nicer because it has Alcantara on the sides here. Can I go? Go. Foot down, let's go. It'll do 0 to 100 in just under 6 seconds. And there we go. There's 100. And it's all electric, so it's quite comfortable too. So you get that added benefit of complete silence. And at the moment, I'm doing 136 kilometers per hour. We're also gonna go get into a slalom track. Straight. Okay, cool. This side. Left. Right. So we're gonna start here, put it through its courses. Right. It's quite responsive, I'll give it that. Wow. That is not bad at all. Okay. There. So we're gonna go through here and then wow. This is good. Straight out. It's a shame this man who's currently giving me instructions. Wait, I'm saying it's a shame this man who's giving me. Like this. Oh, okay. The man who's giving me instructions doesn't speak a lick of English. Wait. Alright, so I'm gonna go around. Do you see the frustration here? Because, alright, got you. There's a language barrier. Can I go there? Okay, I can only keep it on the tar. Speed hump. Handles it very comfortably, as you would expect. But I'm saying the frustrations we have here is that the man who's telling me where to go doesn't speak my language, and I don't speak his either. So that makes things a bit tricky. But yeah, I mean the driving, straight. Jeez, bro, got you. All right. Again. Oh. I guess that's it. Maybe let me get out of the car and talk to you because there's too much going on here. I'm overwhelmed. Sensory overload. This car's been yapping at me the entire time. Ciao. Good. We're having quite the day, folks. In fact, this trip is just, I don't know how to feel about it. Like, yes, I'm in China having the time of my life, but where's my voice and where's my drone? But if you don't laugh, you'll cry. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. Tomorrow I'm going to head to the DJI store to see if I can maybe pick up another one, because they're slightly cheaper here than they are in South Africa. And I know I'm going to buy one, so I might as well get it while I'm here. In any case, the driving experience of these Leapmotors are very similar, right? If you've driven the C10, you know exactly how the B10 is going to drive. You know exactly how the Lafa is going to drive. It's almost as if they sell you the same car in different form factors, which is what a lot of manufacturers do. Think about the Ford Ranger and the Ford Everest. It's the exact same car. They just change up the body style to serve different needs. The C10, large SUV, think BMW X5. The B10, which I want to get into next, is a smaller SUV, think BMW X1. But they are, in this instance, imagine if both these models had very similar outputs, very similar comforts, very similar driving experiences. Because regardless of the size, they still use electric motors, which deliver instant torque, which is still pretty straightforward, and they're still quite comfortable. The idea that I'm trying to lay to you here is, look at this, for example. There's a C10, which, look at this, for example. There's an A10, which is the cool one I showed you yesterday that had a roof rack. There's this really huge D19, that's an exception. There's the green C10 and the B05, the Lafa 5 over there. The 05, the C10, and this A10 offer very similar driving experiences. I'm leaving the D19 because that's got specialized suspension and stuff. But the point I'm trying to articulate here is these cars are very similar, and that's not a bad thing. They're similar in the same ways that the previous iPhone is similar to the current iPhone. It's not necessarily remarkable, but it's an expected experience, and it does everything you would like it to. I hope that makes sense to you. So it has a camera, it has a speaker, you can download apps. The same way the previous one has a camera, has a speaker, and you can download apps. That's the standard. And just because they didn't add anything revolutionary doesn't necessarily make it bad. And when you consider the price point of these cars and where they're coming in at in South Africa, it's decent, like it's a decent car. Vanilla ice cream. I think that's how I can describe these driving experiences. There's nothing wrong with vanilla ice cream, but it's not rum and raisin, right? But not everyone likes rum and raisin. Everyone loves vanilla. And that's what I think they're doing here. They're giving us a very polite driving experience. Something unoffensive to everybody in different form factors. And if you like one, you like them all. I think that makes sense. A vanilla driving experience. Right, folks, I understand that this is a very hard cut from where we ended off yesterday, but after losing my drone things just continue to go south. But we're not here to complain. We're here to keep it moving and continue pushing. With that said, we're currently at the airport in Shanghai, headed to Singapore before going back home. I do have a bit of a voice again, which is something I appreciate very much. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of, I wanted to show you guys this thing. Have a look at this. I'm gonna, there we go. I have just bought myself a professional camera. This is something I've been delaying on doing for the longest time ever, because it does require a bit of understanding and effort, which I don't think I really had the patience for, but I think just to push my limits a little bit to see if I can get more professional photos for the cars that I have on test and that sort of stuff, I think it's worth getting into. And what's interesting is that I paid less for this than what I usually pay on dates with Mickey. I love China. When I grow up, I want to be Chinese. But yeah, we're finally going to South Africa. And the whole point of this vlog was to give you guys more information on the Leapmotor brand, to share some of my experiences on the trip. And I think we did just that. Things fell apart miserably. There's a book called Things Fall Apart. I think it's by Mr. Chinua Achebe. He's a Nigerian author, if I'm not mistaken. You should consider that. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll definitely catch you on the next one. I see no point in sort of bringing you guys along with me on the flight back, because it's the same thing we did from Jersey to Singapore to China, just in reverse. So this is effectively me signing out and saying goodbye. And if you made it this far, I truly appreciate you. It says, what does it say here? Star Alliance. So if you've made it to this point, please comment Star Alliance. I'm just curious to see who stuck around. Cheers, folks.